Okay, we are live. No viewers yet. Hopefully that changes soon. If you're alive in the chat, let us know to give props to Josh being back. We have a guest, Zeno. Zeno might collect with us again in the future. Josh has really helped me with this series, so I'm really happy to have him back as well. And we've been wanting to get Zeno on in this too. We have a main topic, and we have some questions. I do want to give props to the members. You make this happen, and remind you that the giveaway is coming soon. I'm just a little broke right now. I'm going to ship the Evercade handheld the beginning of the year to one of the members. You can also get in the pool for super chats, super stickers, and other things. But let's thank the members here. Rhea, Taylor M, Relapse, Aaron World Order, Elmo, Obi-Wan, AG, Zeno Q, Robbie B's Diary, Austin Lien, Lucky Day, Carl Claus, The Geek Getaway, Resident Justice, Brian Master of None, Josh, Order of Revan, Zeverfett, Cast Graphics, Rel McMillan, Ryan, BVS Fan Forever, Cinematics, Punk Nova Trace, The Retro Bro, Blinded Braille, Lewis Cox, Roosevelt Cavazos, The CJH, H. Bart's 100, Chubby Teddy Monster Productions, The World According to Lonzo, Little Movie Perp, Will Wallace Bradley, Dat Dude Vince, Zod Rider, The Great Counselor, Ramble Man, The Glimmering Heartbeat, and Saggy Melons. Appreciate the support and the show. Hopefully we're a little bit light on members mailbag this week, but that could be on me. I've been a little bit I have to make sure I post them in enough time. And, last week was a little different. We're getting back on track this week. Rhea is here. Thank you, Rhea. I appreciate it.
What's up, Rhea?
Yeah. Big winner on the Fandom Awards. We'll try harder next year. I'll need your help, Josh and Zeno, next year to make sure I stay on track. We are going to talk a little bit about that because people have questions.
Oh, I'll help you.
Oh, you will? Okay. Okay, thank you. I can count on Josh and Zeno. Relapse. I'm here. I have a day off work. I'm supposed to be out Christmas shopping, but here instead. Thankfully, my wife has no idea about my YouTube. Okay. Oh, activities. Okay. Good. Keep it that way. Sup, Relapse. Blinded Braille. Is Max buying Tony's book? This isn't actually a member's mailbag question, but I'll probably answer it. I'll be real. I like Tony now. We're friends. I don't know if I will be buying that book. I actually don't know if I'll be buying anything else Amico until we get some deliveries of stuff. That's honestly how I feel.
If you need $5 worth of scratch paper, yes, you should buy Tony's book.
Yeah. See, look how quick he pops up. Max, I might say. Well, I do have a PO box. I could potentially review it if it's a press thing. Yeah. I'll be honest. Yes, it's about the Amico. It's on Amazon. Yes. I could review it. I could review it for accuracy. I wasn't planning on it. Blind Braille has become a big Tony supporter, which is fine. All right.
From what I've learned, Tony's book is pretty damn accurate.
Oh, really? Okay. Relapse says, "Hey Max, why didn't you answer the one and only award you won?" Because it was the whole award show thing was stressful. It's still kind of stressful because there's mixed reactions of how it went. I still think it's good to reward people. If we get to, I'll be honest, and I'll get Josh and Zeno on this too. If we get to a point in society where you can't even have award shows because someone's feelings might get hurt, that is where I think people go a little too soft because it's in recognition. You can't award anything then. You can't have the Olympics. The other people didn't win. Everyone deserves to be, participate in the Olympics. Everyone deserves to be nominated. It varies. It's a popularity contest too, but there's a lot of people that won that are just very supportive and are everywhere on these channels.
You know what also is a popularity contest? Voting. When you vote for your favorite politician, it's a popularity contest.
Yeah. Well,
I've never heard of a concept like that before. I am touching my pearls.
I actually think it's extremely successful to have something that was a voting event and it didn't go as far as it does in real world politics this last few years. So that's a win. Take your wins when you can get them, you know.
And you know what else? You know what else I'm going to say? Not everyone is going to be nominated. Nominations were probably chosen because they were like the best of the best. Or they were more deserving of the
Well,
award.
no, I do want to be more. Inclusivity
I know,
is always a goal.
Of course, and we're going to fix that. But not everyone is going to be nominated. I'm just going to put that out there right now. There's going to be a choice. You can't just nominate hundreds of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Well,
that's pretty much what happened. Everybody wanted to nominate everybody under the sun, but some people are nominating people for categories that aren't the most knowledgeable about those categories.
There's going to be a better way to do it. There's going to be like a poll or something of nominations first. We're going to get a group of people, like a committee, and we're going to have them nominate people. And then out of those nominations, there's going to be a vote by everybody.
I messaged Max behind the scenes, and what you're saying, Zeno, is exactly what I said to him. So I think it's kind of ironic.
All right, cool then. Great minds.
Yeah, I recommended that you do like a board of 6 people, and they do the nominations and all that. That way, it can be more structured.
Yeah. Well, my it's also me. I'm not very structured myself, but getting people together is very hard. When there's controversy, then everyone shows up. Like no one was really. That's part. I will say that was part of the problem. No one really cared to participate behind the scenes for various reasons. People were busy until there was controversy and saying this is just an internet problem altogether. No one really pays attention until there's a controversy. Even though I criticize the usual suspects, they're playing into what people are. People don't care unless there's controversy.
This is the first outing. There's going to be some kinks, and Max had to do it all by himself.
Yeah,
all by yourself. So you give him some slack.
Yeah.
I really tried to participate behind the scenes, but of course.
Oh no, that's true. That's true. That's true. Josh was there during one of the first ones, but constantly when we were trying to talk about this on member streams, it became a headache as well. Yeah. Because people came in with one opinion and on accepting of others. We have to be a little bit more tactful on streams. Everyone, me too, myself included.
This thing was done for charity mainly, for fun. And charity. When some people found out it was about charity, they bowed out. That's weird.
Tony is very happy. He said he won the award. The fandom awards were perfect. Okay. Anyone seeing the Matrix? Yeah. Who's here in the chat's going to see the Matrix? I am. Yeah. Josh, you're a new Matrix fan, right?
Everyone's going to watch the Matrix. Come on.
Yeah.
My wife's a huge Matrix fan.
Yeah. So I can't wait till tomorrow. I don't know if it releases at midnight or tomorrow. I'll probably wait till tomorrow after work. Let's talk about
It's on HBO Max, right?
Yeah.
Well, everyone's going to watch it who at least hasn't yet.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's probably one of the last day and date movies before they switch back to theater only. Let's get to the first topic here. It's about Bobafett, the book of Bobafett. There's been rumors circulating, so potential spoiler warning, but it may not be real. There's been some rumors coming out that Han Solo might be back. Harrison Ford Han Solo? Or is it... What's that?
Bullshit.
De-aged Harrison Ford? I don't know. That's what the rumors are out there. And then we're going to ask the panelists what they want to see. Because the way Disney plus Star Wars shows have been going, there have been a lot of introducing characters back. And then is that what you even want to see if it were possible for Han or Qi'Ra? Qi'Ra is another rumored character. that may pop in the series. Do you want to see her back? I at the time did not really like Solo. I'll be real. I'll admit that. I want to watch it again. I think there's good things in there, but I was talking about salty like Signor. I was salty at Star Wars at the time, and I wanted to not support Disney Star Wars what they were doing after Last Jedi. But reality, there's like once they went a direction, it was going to be what it is, even if regardless of what you think. And I have to grow up myself after my past content about Star Wars.
Solo was great. You're wrong, Max.
What's that?
Solo was great. My avatar is from the movie Solo.
Yeah.
It was awesome. You were wrong.
Okay. Well, I'm willing to watch. I want to watch it again. Josh, what's your thoughts on Solo?
I liked it.
Okay.
It filled a lot of gaps.
Okay.
Well, not like a ton, but some of those gaps where we were like, what's the Kessel Run? Well, we found that out.
Yeah.
There were a couple things. And then having Maul at the end of it was just freaking cool. Anything that they do with like the animated shows and turn it live action, I'm a big fan of. So I like that. And this is the thing, you could, in Book of Boba, you could have a rivalry between Boba and Maul because the whole underworld thing. And then that could spin off into the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. So
I don't think, isn't Maul dead at this point?
Not for, I don't know.
In the movie Solo, that took place, wait a minute. That took place, took place a while ago.
This is all before.
And Boba Fett takes place 5 years after.
Zeno might be onto something.
Yeah.
Because the timeline. I just thought about that.
Oh, yes. Right. Yeah, Solo, Boba Fett is after Return of the Jedi, right?
Because Maul died the second time before Luke was of age. So, yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Your dreams.
Tony says he loves Solo. Woody's character was a perfect version of Han without a moral center. Yeah, I could see that. What Josh liked about Solo, I like the idea of Maul coming as an Easter egg at the end, but I think he looked really cheesy at the end. Like he looked like, I don't know, that just the actor that plays him just looked with the makeup. I don't know, it seemed really off to me, or really like not professionally.
Same actor. That's the same actor who played Maul.
I know. It's the one that had the spicy Instagram post.
But and Maul he's a psychopath now. At that point,
that's true. Right, that is true. That he's gone through some shit, but he really looked like it, and it just didn't look like as well. The makeup and everything didn't look as good as like the original Phantom Menace.
It's just face paint, though.
I know. I'm just saying it looked off to me. That's all.
And it was a hollow transmission thing.
My main contention with Holo was even the casting. I think they had the perfect guy, and I know the argument people like to make against the guy, the other. I forget his name. He was in Harrison Ford movie. He does expression. It's not acting. I don't know. I mean, I have expectations though. I couldn't get past seeing him as Han.
Oh, the actor plays. It's fine.
One of my highest viewed videos, if you ever want to check it out, Josh or Zeno, was when me complaining about Han Solo, the Solo trailer, and how everyone seems more interesting than Han, and Han used to be the most interesting person in the room. That's one of my highest viewed videos. In the original Star Wars, I thought everyone was more interesting than Luke Skywalker. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Han Solo was really interesting. I just didn't get that same feeling, but people say maybe he needs to grow into it. I don't know. But what's your thoughts on potential? What do you want to see? Do you just want to see Boba Fett? Do you want to see them go back to the well of like a different Han? Yeah, it is after Return of the Jedi, so it could be this Han, a little de-aged. It could be this version of Han.
I want to see a good show. That's all I want to see. I don't want to put expectations. I want to go into that headcanon space and be disappointed I'm not getting what I see. And I'm hearing that all the trailers are of the first episode only, and they're only showing half of what's in the episode. Because if they show it all, it's going to be telling too much.
Okay, that's good. I want to be surprised. I want to see something that's going to knock my socks off. Like Josh, you want to be surprised? Your expectations are just for Boba. You're not going beyond that.
It's a familiar but new concept. I'm not diving too much into it already. We only got a couple more weeks until we get Book of Boba. Would it be cool to see Qi'Ra in there and maybe mix it up with some of the solo characters, non-Han Solo? Yeah, that'd be cool. I don't want them going back to the well too much. This whole series, it's a short series about Boba starting a freaking crime syndicate, which is different, but yet we know who Boba Fett is. We know who Fennec Shand is, which is going to be a second hand. So it's a familiar, we know some of the characters, but it's a new concept.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen it animated, like them starting a crime syndicate from some of these characters, but live action, it's a fairly new concept, and that's the cool part. So, that's the problem with No Way Home. Spoiler. Speculation, all that for weeks. And now nobody's saying anything, which I think is kind of funny. But
yeah,
we only got a couple more weeks. I'm excited for it. I'm ready, and it should be fun.
Well, that argument about going back to the well of established characters too much, I was rethinking Mandalorian. I was revisiting in my mind, and I want to watch Mandalorian season 2 again. I love season 2, and I love that scene with Luke, except that it looked odd, and the dialogue that Luke delivered wasn't the best. But Mando was doing fine without Luke Skywalker.
Saying Mark Hamill delivered bad dialogue?
The lines written for him weren't very interesting. I was saying it's not interesting his lines.
It's Star Wars.
Even the lines in The Last Jedi and the lines in the original trilogy were more, nothing memorable came from him. The memorable thing was him cutting down, people in the hallway and then being there for Grogu. But his lines, there's nothing memorable about his lines, though, for me. Yeah. I'm not hating on it. I'm just being critical of it. Was that even the right move? Because I was all excited about Mandalorian, where it's going to go for season 3. And now I'm thinking about why, what are they going to do with Luke? Are they going to get Sebastian Stan for Luke? And I'm not really thinking about the Mando. I'm just trying
I'm a different guy. I take what I get and I enjoy it. I'm not looking for... Okay. I'm not analyzing the dialogue. I'm just taking it in and trying to enjoy the show. Yep. And I did. It's good.
Yeah, but when they come back for Mandalorian season 3, I do want to see where they're going to go, because now that Luke has Grogu and I don't know where they're going to go with it. I'm sure that's going to be interesting, but potentially this excitement might be towards other things now, where I was so hyped about Mandalorian. That's where I was going. And then they're branching, or they might be branching out too much. That's my only thing. I am always going to take the product as is, though, and judge it.
Well, look, okay, Mando is a spin-off of Mandalorian, right?
Right.
Boba is a spin-off of Mandalorian. It's all going to take place in that same time frame, which is made to bridge the gap between, the sequels and the original trilogy and the sequels. What happened in those 30 years? So there's going to be probably a lot of stuff, like Luke and the Jedis and whatever, and more of the beginnings of the First Order sprinkled in, but it's still going to be about crime syndicate and him, Boba rising to power and trying to, calm down all the gangsters and whatever.
Okay,
There's gonna be like the gangster stuff.
Battle droids are not people. Yes, but here's like Bradley. Keep Luke in the past. Adult involvement at all. There are some people that are getting sick of this. Luke's my favorite character in Star Wars.
Well, Bradley is a hot take guy. You know, he's he's young.
But they have something successful, and then they still steer towards the nostalgia, which I love nostalgia, but they always steer it back. Every time they get some success, it's always back. I'm honestly more excited to see like what's the character's name? Ahsoka series and newer characters going forward than going back to this other stuff. Honestly, Vader. I don't want to. Please don't spoil everything. No, I heard about it. That's where I heard people talking about Qi'Ra. I will say this, that it was taken off of Reddit 4chan, and that could mean two things. Someone was full of shit, or someone might have said take this down from Lucasfilm. Who knows? But I also think if you're talking about this type of storyline at Crime Syndicate, it's very plausible to think of Qi'Ra. And then it's really weird to talk about Harrison Ford coming back again, potentially. It's really weird. Like, would he even do that? Like, there was a time he didn't want any. He's like, I don't care. What? Why does he keep coming back? Do you think? Okay, before we move on to
let me send it there. Right, blinded Braille. You're cool and all, but what are you saying? Star Wars is feeling boring now, and then you say, man, that's the only thing you're invested in. So apparently, it's not boring because you're really invested into it. So what are you trying to say? Pick one or the other. If it's boring right now, it's because there's nothing to see. Of course, it's boring.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, this is a spoiler. I shouldn't have highlighted that. What? I didn't need to know that. Oh God, sorry guys. We should maybe move on. Josh says you don't have to let the past die. Just don't do the Skywalkers.
It's all about the Skywalkers. That's too bad. That's what it's about.
No. It is about the Sky. I agree. It is about the Skywalkers.
It's all about the Skywalkers.
Okay.
It's in the time frame. Same world.
This is. I think this pretty much goes with the sentiment I was trying to say. Season 2 finale got fans more invested in Luke. And Mandalorian feels like a side story, whereas the first season felt like this was it. This, and I like all the branching paths, but it's like you really
want to see a story about some slavers or some miners on the ass end of space that have nothing to do with anything?
No, that's a point too.
That's boring. That's
right.
Like, you like the Ewok movies because they had nothing to do with anything?
No, I did watch the Ewok movies. Well, Josh, before we move on to the members' questions, I do want to bring. Do you think? Okay, what do you think the likelihood of nods to Qi'Ra, and what do you think are the likelihood of that Harrison Ford may show up?
If they give Harrison Ford enough money, that old guy will do anything.
All right, okay, Josh. Facts. Josh, you're right.
That's a fact. He's still doing Indiana Jones movies, so yeah. So that's proven in itself. You can get away from the Skywalkers. That's the whole thing. And yes, there's going to be an Old Republic series, and you don't have to let the past die. That's like saying let the past die. There's so much material that's not even involved with the Skywalkers.
Not really. I don't think so.
And freaking, this show isn't about Jedi versus Sith. This whole show is a freaking bounty hunter western, and that's what made it cool. Is because you're going into a different.
They exist in that world, and they were shown, especially season 2. This is paying homage to the freaking Mandalorian lore and giving a different side of Star Wars. That's what it's been about. Like, we didn't even get Jedi till season 2. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So that's where it's going. It's beginning with the Western, and then it slid into the Jedi era. And it's about bridging the gap. It's going to show all that stuff.
Yeah.
How the first
But
order
from what we
started.
from what we got at the end of season 2, they're probably going to be bringing Thrawn in because that's who Ahsoka's searching for. So that's probably going to be a big part. And then you're going to see the showdown between Bo-Katan and Mando for the freaking Darksaber.
So, what's your thoughts on possibilities of Qi'Ra and Han? Do you think it's likely or unlikely?
Unlikely.
Unlikely for both?
Harrison Ford is a high-profile guy, unlike Mark Hamill. They'd have to pay him a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, but if they wanted it and they paid him, would he do it? Like Josh said, money.
They don't have that kind of money.
They might have slid that in there to get the next Indy off the road because they were holding that. They wanted him to do press and stuff for Solo too, and they're like to get Indy going. He really wanted Indy to go. They would do one more film. Honestly, it wasn't. They didn't have to drag him back. He honestly wanted to do that, from what I've heard. What do we think of Relapse's comment here before we move on to members' mailbag? I'd love to see an old Republic series trilogy where they go back so far there's no association all with existing characters. Yes, I would love that.
Oh, you're going to get that.
Okay.
2023.
All right. I hope so.
Yeah, you're going to get that. And I'm pretty sure that Favreau and Filoni are going to be behind that too. Yeah. There is going to be a Republic series, old Republic series.
The Sith and the origins of the, maybe not the origins, but the Sith are there and all those blah, blah, blah. So it's still connected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
It'll be fine. Well, that's why they're doing the KOTOR remake, to like heavily promote the old Republic series that's coming out in a couple of years.
Bradley says Harrison Ford is 100% done with Star Wars. He's hated it in the past. He just like doesn't like the fandom.
He doesn't
not the fandom. I shouldn't say that. He gets annoyed with all this nerd talk, and he just likes to act and make money. And he's
annoyed with the fandom. It's okay.
He throws a little bone
out there.
No, he throws a little bone every once in a while, but he doesn't get heavily involved like Mark Hamill or anything. He just like that's not his thing. He's just like, I'm here to do my art and that's it. I'm not here to like go deep. He doesn't go deep into the fandom like Mark Hamill and Carrie.
Because it's just a movie to him.
Right. It's just I think he cares about his performance and what he does.
Yeah, but it's just a movie. It's just a job. It's not life or death to him.
Right. But saying he's 100% done, he likes to throw that out there because then he could, if he doesn't come back and then people stop bugging him. Honestly, I think he says that 100%. I'm 100% done. I don't want to, who shot first? I don't effing care. He said it. He's like, I don't care. He's like, because he doesn't want to get the questions over and over again, honestly. Because
hey, Max, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
All right, let's say every single person in this community turns on you. And you could give every name of everyone turning on you. All right, all the people, all the friends, all the members, let's say they turn on you. So you quit, right? Because you're just done. And it's interfering with your work, you're losing sleep. And then freaking me and Zeno win the lottery and we offer you $100 million to bring back your show. What are you going to do?
I bring back my show. I need that money.
Okay.
Yeah.
So nobody's 100% done with anything ever.
Yes. No, I honestly think it's a little bit of not caring a lot about it, like the future. And if you leave a door open, look what happens to Snyder Cut and Zack Snyder. If you leave a door open, the fans keep saying, "Oh, it could happen. It could happen." And I still think it's possible. I'm just saying, if you leave a door open, so he closes the door, it only benefits him, so he doesn't have to get the same old damn questions every time. Look what happens to Henry Cavill. He tries to promote something else he's doing, and they ask him about Superman.
Look, Harrison Ford was done, right? He was done with Star Wars when he came back to do Force Awakens because they were going to kill him off. Mm-hmm. And then, okay, yeah, that's one thing. But he came back in Rise of Skywalker.
Mm-hmm. He didn't have to do that.
He get a little bit more money. He came back.
Yeah. I was shocked when I heard that. I was like, really? After all I've heard? So, all right, let's get to the members' mailbag questions then. Yes, exactly. 100%. Nothing is 100%. That Degrassi, that's what I love to hear. Nothing is 100%, especially when you're talking about movie and money and properties and IP. I'm sorry, nothing is 100%.
Nope.
When you got these big franchises, that's exactly why I say there is a path forward for the Snyder Cut. It can happen. You don't know everything just because there's nothing is 100%. Until
death doesn't even matter. Who was
actually,
shown at the end of Revenge of the Sith?
yeah, Josh is right. We're getting also, if you think about these actors, there's companies now that do full scans of these actors so they can live on in media past their death, and their people that inherit and their family inherit that. They could decide if people are going to be in. Like, you can get Keanu Reeves in a new Matrix film 100 years from now.
But Bradley,
I know for sure
Bradley, my boy. Hold on a second, man. You know, Bradley's going on and on about he's really crazy. He must be on cocaine or something. And he's not coming back. Like Zack Snyder isn't coming back. You know, well, Harrison Ford came back and Rise in the whatever the fucking movie's called.
Look.
Right.
I mean, if you don't.
I don't think he will be in Boba, but if he's paid enough, he will.
Yeah.
He'll get enough money. He'll
want to do it, and they give him money. I think he'll do it, especially for a cameo.
He's an actor. What do actors like to do? They like to act. So
yes, that is a different story. Maybe Tony, put that in for next week. We'll go deep on that for next week. Members Mailbag. Use of CGI on a dead actor is morbid and gross. It's the future. It's going to happen. I'm sorry.
Yep.
What would you prefer? Would you rather prefer animated and CG with voice actors, or CGI files of dead actors? Because it's a future that's happening. There's been multiple actors gone on record that have said they've had their whole likeness scanned, and it's like in a bank. It's like there's these companies that take all their information and put it in a bank in case. Actually, if you want to see how morbid it is, I think even some movies that are being made right now, some of the most important characters, the actors, they have them do this just in case something happens as insurance. So
that's one thing, Bradley came back for the paycheck. Well, that's the whole point. In 2 seconds,
all about the paycheck.
5 minutes. It's all about the money. It's all about the money.
Maybe we could get Bradley for next week. He's got a lot of hot takes. If you want to come on the members mailbag next week, Bradley, let us know. All right. How about
that? Was negative.
What's that?
Tony wanted to host the show. You can give me a week.
Yeah, that's true. Listen, we're flexible here. If Josh is a family dude, he's got nice kids and a wife and wants to spend time with them. So yeah, if you want, Zeno can help me out too. Tony, and then Brad. I'd like to get Bradley on one of these though, because he's got so many hot takes.
Yeah, he triggers me too much. I'm sorry.
He does. I have too many hot takes. I might explode.
Well, no, he's not telling the truth. The hot takes are just fabricated. So don't take him seriously.
Oh wow, maybe we need to get Zeno and Bradley together.
Because I used to do that all the time. All these hot takes, I was bullshitting the whole time.
Oh, you're okay. Well, that makes sense.
I wasn't stoned. I did it sober.
PKL. Well, this is actually a very good topic that we need to dive deeper next week. CGI animation versus digital, files of dead actors. The future of entertainment. I mean, this is a debate that's going to happen. I'm sorry to tell you. Sometimes people shoot the messenger. There are studios that require you to get digitally scanned before you start the production.
Yeah.
And then there's actors that actively get everything scanned about them for their their inheritance in their
contracts.
To hand on to their descendants for their whole. I mean, these people are not just people; they're businesses, the likeness,
their products,
their products. Yes, unfortunately, and they're happy to do it because it means money. If someone paid me millions, millions and millions and millions of dollars to scan me with a mask on, I might do it. It's weird. It's weird, but then no one's going to complain when. Listen, I don't want Keanu Reeves to go, but if they decide to resurrect the Matrix in the future, I'm using it as an example because it's relevant because Matrix Resurrections is coming out. Also, the name Resurrections, and because I know Keanu Reeves has said that he's got a digital file on somewhere in some weird bank company, and then the type of film that is the Matrix and the subject matter, it's very likely 100 years down the line, Warner Brothers, if they still exist, if the franchise isn't sold to someone else, it's very likely you could see a Keanu Reeves in a movie 100 years down the line. Very likely. Sorry, it's weird. All right.
Well, there is a digital Keanu Reeves in that Unreal Engine test you can download.
Yeah. All right. So let's get to the. We did a weird. We branched off in a weird way. So let's get back on track with the members' mailbag. Let me share. We have HBarts 100 here. If Josh, if you'd like to read the first question. Oh, let me see if you can see it. There's only one question there.
Yeah, I can see it. HBart says thoughts on how you would add more Defoe in 2022.
Well, let's have another Spider-Man movie with. Well, listen, I watched interviews. Thank you, HBarts, for. I'll go first. I watched a lot of interviews of William Dafoe on the red carpet talking about it. He said, well, who knows how much they originally intended for Green Goblin to be in the film. It might have just been a cameo. He's like, I don't want to just cameo if I come back. I want to do it. And he was a strong part of the movie without spoilers. And he seems enthusiastic about the character. And he gives it all. So I actually want to go and do a... Actually, HBarts, if you could leave a question for next week, thanks for the support of being a member and your question. If you could give a top 3 William Dafoe movies I should check out. I want to go back and watch some of his work. I know he's an amazing actor. I've seen him in certain places. I haven't done a deep dive on his body of work, of his past stuff, and I should. I want more Dafoe. Yes, I want more Dafoe in 2022. I'd like to see him take a crack at Star Wars, honestly. I think he can make an interesting Star Wars character as well. Josh, what's your thoughts on how we should get more Dafoe?
More Dafoe. If it was up to freaking HBarts,
well, I mean, that
Dafoe
was
would be CGI'd into every movie franchise going forward.
Yeah, but I kind of want to see him in Star Wars and more. I wouldn't mind if he came back in another Spider-Man too. I don't know, but I'd like to see him as like. Who
would you cast Dafoe as if you were to bring him in Star Wars?
He would easily make a good Imperial officer or something like that. Something in charge. I see him more as a villainous role, honestly, than like a Jedi.
It would have to be more than an Imperial officer for me.
No, not just an officer.
I could see him as Thrawn.
Yeah, I could see him as Thrawn. Definitely.
Because they offered the job to Benedict Cumberbatch, and he respectfully turned it down because he didn't want to get in the blue makeup and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, something like that, like a big villain role.
Oh yeah, he will. Kavari says he will be in Aquaman 2 in 2022. That's right. I am looking forward to that. Bradley says he wants to be the Joker, or needs to be the Joker. He was rumored for a while before, what's his name got the cast. My mind's not working tonight. I'm sorry. Joaquin Phoenix. So Zeno, what's your answer to HBarts? How can we add more Dafoe in 2022?
I like to see him in more serious movies like Platoon, and I think he was in Clear and Present Danger.
Yeah.
Or yeah. I like him as a soldier or someone who's very experienced.
Yeah.
Black Ops type guy.
I want to see that movie he did with the new Batman, the Lifehouse or something. It's
Lighthouse.
Yeah. Oh, Lifehouse was a band.
Also, I don't know what it was called, that movie where he used full frontal nudity of Willem.
No, that's not the kind I want to. That's not the default I want to see. So there you go. Thanks for Zeno on members mailbag. He wants to see full frontal Defoe.
There you go.
I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
What movie is that, by the way?
I can't remember the name, but
Okay.
comes out. The scene comes out of nowhere. Just showed up. Bam.
Really? Lighthouse is amazing? Okay, I don't know. I remember a few songs. I don't know why I thought.
A lot of Boondock Saints. He got to have him in there too.
Oh yeah, he's in Boondock Saints. That's right.
Yeah,
all right,
Defoe's done a lot.
So thank you. Let me refresh this because Oh, there's another comment that came in. Let me refresh it here. And Josh, if you'd like to read this next one, I'll try to make it bigger because it's pretty small.
From Ryan.
BVS fan. You have to remember, BVS fan forever cinematics.
Hey Max, my question is: when the Discovery WB merger comes in April through June, will you cover it? Thanks for taking my question.
Thanks, Ryan. I appreciate this. I'm really happy with this format that Josh has helped me with. Josh and Zeno have helped me a lot with the members' content, and they're so valuable to this type of content. And this really makes it where people that can't watch the live show. The reason I say that is I see Ryan is participating a lot, and I don't know he might be a busy dude. He can't always make the live stream, so that's why I think it's working well. I definitely am going to cover the Discovery WB merger, and anyone that says 100% one way or the other is just as crazy as the other side. You just don't know. Anyone that knows company mergers, you really don't know what's going to happen. And streaming also is, if you think there's going to be mergers and they're not going to pump money into the streaming service to compete, competition and money is too great to just do a merger and just not, just cut costs. HBO Max has to do something drastic with the merger. We honestly don't know if still the same people are going to be in charge or not. Anyone that says everyone's getting fired, you don't know. Anyone that says they're not getting fired, you don't know. It could go either way. There's something that's going to happen. I think something drastic is going to happen because otherwise it'll be same old, same old.
I doubt it.
That's my thoughts because
I don't like it when they keep removing movies like Batman v Superman is going to be leaving HBO Max in January. So,
well, they leave.
They stop making all these weird deals with other services. You got to keep your Warner Brothers made films on there forever.
Yeah, Relapse. I know. I had to do a second one because people weren't commenting on the first one just to remind them. I will cover the other questions too. Josh, what's your thoughts on this Discovery merger? There's two very loud voices on this topic online right now. The Snyderverse is restored because of the merger. Just wait and see. All the executives that have been not being successful are going to go. And then there's the other side that says the executives that made bad decisions that actually led to there being a merger situation, you have to 100% go by what they say. And I think that's incorrect as well. I think that's misinformation as well. Why would you think just because they said it before the merger announcements, and I might make a separate video on that. This is before the merger announcements. They had said Snyderverse isn't going to continue. The air cut's not going to happen. And then everything went quiet. And then we found out there's going to be another merger. Why would you go 100% by the words of executives that are failing on their service? HBO Max is not doing as good as it needs to be. That's why a merger is happening. Josh.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's Josh. Yes, Josh.
Yeah. I've been around for a little bit. I'll be 35 in April. So how these mergers usually work is you take half and half.
Mm-hmm.
Half of the old company, half of the new company. There will be some layoffs, obviously. It's not going to be immediate.
Unfortunately, yeah.
But then their executives are half from the old company, half for the new, to see how it works out. Over time, there will be layoffs, and the new company will have its own vision. But that's usually how a merger works. And I've seen multiple mergers, from the late 90s to now, and that's usually how it goes. But another thing that I want to address is a little off topic, but I'll be still with the channel for about a month because you were talking about the members, and I mean, have tried our best to contribute as much as we can to the channel and to the member side of it. And I'm going to be starting my own channel a week from Sunday, so that's why I'm only going to be with the channel for about another month, because I got a lot of content that I'm trying to push out, so I'll be busy doing that.
Okay, I understand. We're here to support you. We're friends regardless, Josh. Yeah. So,
and I appreciate the opportunity you give me, Max. Xena, I appreciate you always having me back. And what a lot of people don't realize is I've been going through a lot, and freaking when I need someone there for me and talk to the most, Xena's always there. So cool. Yeah. So I definitely appreciate it, and both you guys' friendship, I appreciate.
Yeah, we'll be there to support your channel. That's good news. Yes. Bradley's liking the member mailbag episodes. I'll awesome. Refresh it. I will refresh it. Hold on. I have to get to the other group too, though. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, there's CGH. If you'd like to read that, Josh.
Do you think Mark Gargon will have the symbiote and Andrew will fight Morbius and Venom? And who do you think Spider will fight in the origin show, Spider-Man freshman year? And will they show us MCU Uncle Ben or not?
That's a lot of questions. Mark Gargan will have some. I don't know who Mark Gargan is.
I don't either.
And Andrew will fight Morbius and Venom. I would like if they gave Andrew Garfield a way to make more content, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I think we still have to wait and I honestly think they're considering all their options after the success of No Way Home, and they will wait and see what they can branch off, what actors want to come back again, what money what money they can make. I think the doors are open for other things. I don't know how they're going to do Morbius and Venom, and I don't know how. Oh, the Scorpion. Matt Gorgon. I know the Scorpion. I don't know. I want to see the Scorpion. Thank you, Degrassi Knowles. I want to see the Scorpion. I don't know how it's. I don't know. Like I'm looking forward to Morbius. Venom 2 was kind of a slight letdown for me. I do want to see Tom Holland's Spider-Man go against Venom. But honestly, and I don't want to get into too much spoilers here after No Way Home, I don't know how that's going to happen. These versions of characters are going to... I don't know if they're actually going to interact. I don't know. I think there's... Tom Holland's still going to make movies. There's also a way that he doesn't have to be as directly intertwined with the MCU. I don't know which way they're going to go. I'm interested either way. Either way they go, there's lots of opportunities. And who do you think will fight in the origin show Spider-Man freshman? Will they show us MCU Uncle Ben or not? I don't think they're going to show us Uncle Ben unless it's a flashback. Right? Because he's not really in the Home trilogy. And then Spider-Man freshman, I would assume it's all the original characters. The origin characters. It's called, that's my guess. Josh, do you have any comments on this one?
It go anyway. It really could. I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to see these different parts first. We've seen a trailer from Morbius, but we haven't seen the movie because it hasn't come out yet. And then the Spider-Man freshman year, that hasn't come out yet. So it's always a possibility, but at the same time, I don't think MCU's going in that direction, the whole Uncle Ben thing.
Yeah.
I think they're going in a different creative direction than any of that, based upon what we've seen in the movies.
All right. Also, I want to add, there is one slight bright spot that could allude to them going against directly Tom Holland's Spider-Man is that Michael Keaton is in the Morbius as the Vulture. So that's a direct link to Tom Holland's version of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Unlike we got Venom, even though I'm trying not to get into spoiler territory for those that still didn't see No Way Home. But the Venom movies, there wasn't like a huge link directly to this version of Spider-Man, except for post-credit stuff. But knowing that the Vulture is actually in Morbius lends me to believe that there's going to be some interaction in the future with Vulture, Morbius, and Tom Holland's version. Zeno?
Well, I don't really care because I don't like the MCU Spider-Man at all.
Oh, really?
Same here.
I don't like the character. Like MJ, especially MJ. She needed to keep falling.
Oh!
Thank you.
And it's just a weak version of Spider-Man.
Oh, no, that was a spoil. Oh, Josh, did we just spoil it for you? I'm sorry.
The whole Uncle Ben thing is just awful.
Oh, you're saying thank you because you want that to happen too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he hates it too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there he goes. There he goes. I knew Bradley was going to do it. He's going to trash my Venom.
Oh, well, no, I like him. It just doesn't. I'm still not 100%. Like, I actually like the Venom scenes. Besides, I know people are going to laugh at me, but Spider-Man 3 Venom scenes without them, like, doing half Venom, half whatever the actor's name face was really good. The battle sequences, the scene in the bell tower with the bell, I think were really well done.
Battle sequences.
Yeah, with Venom and Spider-Man 3.
Battle sequences? There were ship battles.
Everyone is entitled to their own opinion.
What are you talking about?
The end battle with Spider-Man.
Fight sequences?
Fight sequences, yes.
Okay.
Not battleships, no. I would like to see that too now. All right, so you're. I can't believe you guys are not fans of the Humbers.
Tom Holland, if Spider-Man. I wish Doctor Strange could make a spell that Tom Holland never existed, and they never met.
Tom Holland Spider-Boy or Iron Boy.
Spider-Man, a real Spider-Man.
Yeah, like Spider-Man. He doesn't. Why does Spider-Man need someone to answer to? When has Spider-Man ever had a boss? Pre-MCU.
Okay. All right.
He became a superhero based on what? Shits and giggles?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's his motivation? To please Tony Stark? Hey, Daddy, do you like me? Notice me? No. Gross. I hate it.
Oh, wow.
I mean, at least I guess they kind of fixed it now, but no, it's too late. Too little too late. I'm over it.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist.
Relapse think cinematically the Garfield universe is done. It would just be too confusing for a majority of their audience to have both universes going at the same time. Maybe if Sony does a streaming service, then they'll have a show to spin off.
I'm a huge
I
Sony Marvel.
have a question for you, Max.
Yeah.
You're still there. When are you going to come out with some T-shirts?
I was planning to. I have to design it. Part of
And
it
if
is
you
my
do, I hope they're really good looking, stylized stuff, not corny, weird art and stuff. Because I need some shirts, and I'll buy everything you got.
Yeah, I was thinking about 2 shirts. I have to work on it. That's a New Year's resolution that I have to get the shirts done. I've done everything else, for better or for worse. I've completed my other goals, mostly. We did the fandom awards.
I'm a bit of an artist myself, so I don't want to draw them or anything. I want you to run by the pictures by me first, so I can get them.
Sure. I'd like to have a shirt, definitely. All right, so let's get to the next member's mailbag section here because I had to do 2. I did 2 because I wasn't getting a lot. It's no one's fault. It's just there wasn't a lot there. So I wanted to remind people. But Josh, read this dude Josh in the member. Can you read his question?
You
Sure,
want me to
Josh.
read my own
Can you
question? Okay.
Yeah, Josh, read this guy Josh's statement.
Okay. This is more of a statement than a question, but do you think having a panel of 6 people to the nominations would be better than having a ton of people pick their favorites? Feel more legit and keep it more structured.
Thanks for the critique, Josh. I think anything more structured would be better for next year. I was really flying by the seat of my pants. I think everyone kind of knew that. I was hoping also that we might get a Geek Aussie article, but I have doubts that that's going to happen. I don't know. I'll be surprised if it actually happens because I was a little bit too disorganized. It's my fault. I do know it's better to do the actual polls ahead of time, and then everything's in its right place, and then I'm not trying. I blame Callie. And then it's not trying to keep track of the polls while I'm on a live stream, look at the chat, and think about what people are saying on the panel at the same time. I have a hard time doing multiple things at once. So, yes, in a smaller panel, I think we should just get the polls done first and announce them on stream so people can go vote more organized.
We went through, at the beginning. We went through all this already.
Mm-hmm.
And stop apologizing. It's time for you to stop apologizing, Max. You've done enough apologizing. It's my fault. It's my fault. Yeah, it's your fault. But we're over that now.
Yeah. All right.
It's your fault because you're the only one that was doing it.
Well, there were some. It's just not as many that originally intended.
Yeah, but you had to organize the whole damn thing. It doesn't matter. It's new. It's fun. People took it too seriously. Wah.
Hey,
too bad,
buddy. Hey, man. Well, CGH, we're already over time, so I'll save it for. If you can add it for next time, because we're almost in an hour, and these dudes are busy.
If it's another Spider-Man question, we can just ignore that.
No. Save it for next week. Save it for next week, CGH. If you would be so kind, Josh, to read the relapse.
Yeah. After watching Gemini Man the other day on 4K Blu-ray and 6 FPS, it got me thinking, is this the future cinema or is it just a gimmick? Personally, I thought it looked awesome, but there's quite a few people out there that didn't like it.
I did not know. Thanks, Relapse. I did not know that Gemini Man was 60 frames per second on 4K Blu-ray. I think it's not just a gimmick. I think that has to do with James Cameron. I think when you get the trailer, they're going to be pushing 60 frames again. I think they tried to do it a few years ago with the Hobbit trilogy. People didn't like it. At a certain point,
people really 60 frames movies. I tried watching a 60 frame per second movie. It felt like I was watching a soap opera. It looks weird.
We're just used to. Yeah, this is actually the last day for charity. This is the last day. Tomorrow I earn a paycheck again. This is the last day. It's been a long road. Today's the last day. Okay, so Zito and then Josh, if you want to comment on it too, but I think this is what James Cameron's counting on. I think he's going to be pushing the 60 frames per second. I think this is also why you don't see companies putting this. Potentially could be another reason that companies don't put as much into the special effects as actors, cameos, and other supplemental stuff, humor, as into the visual effects aspects of these films. People were not really accepting a 60 frames per second. It didn't sell me either right away. I'm still open to it though. Josh, what do you think about it?
Don't really have much to say. I'm not really into that kind of stuff. It looks cool. I guess I'll be all right with it, but I don't have much to say.
Okay.
It looks too much like you're watching the news or reality TV.
I get that. There's something about the feel of the 30 frame. Like I think I forget if they're 30 frames or 24 frames a second.
24.
If it's like a soap opera, I could understand why people wouldn't like it.
Yeah. Well, there's something about it that looks like live action sports or something, and it takes away the magic. To some people, the argument is that it takes away from some of the cinematic quality. For some reason, it just doesn't. It just seems like something else. At least the way it's been done so far.
Okay, I can understand that.
So the higher frame rate makes it look like just like a news or something else. Something about the 24 frames is so stuck in our mind.
A lot of people do record movies, like Degrassi says, 90 to 120 frames per second, but hopefully when it goes to theater, a normal theater, or on TV, it'll be at 24 frames.
Mm-hmm. Well, the weird thing is, though, people accept video game cinematics, and those are not 24 frames per second. Those are 60 frames. So that's
most of the time. But it's a video game. It's different.
There's a new algo. Degrassi says there's a new algo that helps high frame rate look more like 24 frame. Okay, so they might have new technology. We'll have to see. Okay, so did you want anything else to comment on that, Zeno, before you go to the next question here?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe take a turn and have Zeno read this next question from Tony, our good friend Tony. He's at 333 subscribers. He's getting up there a little bit now.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. So you should have at least one host. Okay.
Oh no! You're doing it.
Sorry, I had something in my throat there.
Oh, okay.
You should have had one host and then let people on to announce winners like a real award show. In my humble opinion, Sunday was like any other Mac stream. It wasn't special like it should have been. Was that a question? No, it's not a question.
Hey,
so let's move on.
Fair. I accept the criticism. I'm only me. I can only do so well. I'm not very organized. I can only do so much. I would like more professional. I'm not. Anyone that knows my show, it's an entertaining show. But I'm not exactly super professional. Yes, you can help me out next time, Tony. All right. Anyone else want to comment on this before the next one? Josh?
Oh, how I was thinking about that earlier when you were doing the award show. You should have read all the nominations, all the nominees first.
Okay.
And the first, second, and third place, or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm. All
So
right.
everyone,
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Thank you, Zeno. That's a good point. Oh, Callie, enough. You're not getting the kitty. Josh.
Get that kitty.
Freaking Tony's on to something. Yeah, treat it like a real award show.
Okay.
But then when you have a ton of people at one panel all at the same time, and then you have some of these over-the-top personalities that go a little too over the top, then it kind of makes the award show look like a joke. And if you're doing something for charity, there has to be a certain level of seriousness that you do have to take it. And unlike what some people say, I'm not saying you can't have fun. You can have fun with it, but you do need to take it serious if you're doing something for charity.
Yeah. I think it comes down to nuance and being tactful. There's room for everything. It's just, read the room too. Read the room. That's what you have to. A good performer reads the room and the vibe that's going on. That's all. It's not something you could either. It's not something that you could teach either. It just happen. You got to just feel the vibe, read the room. Sometimes I read the room incorrectly. Okay, I'll read this next one here. Blinded Brill. Having members pick and vote on nominations and winners makes it less of a popularity contest. Sorry, not a question, but I thought I would drop this here. That's interesting, but then it's not. If we get too, that narrows our opportunities for a bigger event in charity too. If we only have the members pick, and there's no way to. There's no, the members can only vote on the poll. We would not get a lot of interaction that way. And then it's also a contest that you're letting us pick on someone else and they can't vote. Is kind of a weird situation.
This is YouTube. Everyone gets a vote. I think everyone should get a vote because everyone's the watcher. The general public are the people that watch most of the time.
Yeah. But also, there's a difference between voting on nominations and voting for the winners. You can have a panel of or a board of 6 to 8 people make the recommendations on who's nominated, but then let everyone vote on who wins out of it.
Yeah, and the people who nominate don't have to be members of your channel. It's not a members thing. It's everybody in the community.
Yeah. No cheat. Will Bradley, there's a lot of accusations of cheating, which unfortunately is the situation with all voting in real world and online. I will be honest, I did select the thing where you cannot vote twice. And then I will do research on straw poll. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. I will do research how they prevent bots and stuff. There's accusations, but I'm not saying anyone's fault with their accusations. I'm just saying if you're gonna have accusations, you have to be sure. And I don't know. And I've heard accusations, but I haven't seen proof, and it's no different than real world. I'm sorry. Everyone says about every single situation, yeah, stop the steal. Yes, I don't want cheaters either, Bradley. That's our goal. But how do you know? How do you know for sure?
Can I comment on this real quick?
Yes.
There were no cheaters. All right. I'm gonna give you praise and criticism at the same time. That award show was sloppy and it was thrown together, and there wasn't much research done. But did anyone cheat or show favoritism, or was it rigged? Hell no. All right. For what was just thrown together, it was done pretty good. There should have been a whole lot more research and time put in. And when you have so many different parts, all these people coming in, it can cloud everything. So next year, we just got to learn, have a freaking delegate your own team, Max, and say, I want these 6 to 8 people involved in this. Don't have to be members. Zeno's got a good point. But make a panel of people that you want involved in this thing, and they're the ones that do the work. That way you don't have to do everything yourself. And we all come together once a week, say start in September, and work on this for a couple of months. And I guarantee you're going to have the award show that you want, Max.
Yeah, thank you, Josh. I accept that. Well, relapse. That's according to some. According to others, Matt Jarbo researched it, and he said you cannot do that. They have a VPN protection where people cannot do that. So I don't know. I'm getting things on both sides.
Even if they can cheat, I say who cares? Let them do it. It's for fun.
Well,
charity.
Honestly, some people were covering it and others were not, and that's how they came ahead. People consistently cover it. Of course, they're going to go ahead.
People want to cheat and be, fuck faces or whatever. Let them be. If people want to advertise, hey, I'm going to cheat. Well,
all right, let me see if there's any more comments.
You got it.
Oh, we could do this last one from CGH. It's not too crazy. Not that his are crazy or anything, but I'm just it's not too in depth. I mean, Josh, would you mind his last question there?
Yeah, sure, no problem. All right. Where are you? What CGH is?
Yeah, the top one. That's at the top.
Okay. Will you ever design your own mask?
I'd like to. The most of mine are bought by that make other people. They're not even store bought. Some of them are Etsy bought. Some of them. I'd like to get into doing my own masks. That's a goal that I can have. I don't know if I'm going to do it though. I would like to. I did actually get other Dr. Doom masks. That's how Saggy got one. I sent her one where I was going to paint them differently. And I could do that easily because I already have another Dr. Doom mask. I could just paint it differently, do a different design on it. That's something I could work on pretty good. I had one where I wanted it to look like there was a Dr. Doom face mask, exactly like the one I wear all the time. But I put Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker on it. But then I did it and it looked really strange. I didn't do good enough. So I stopped wearing. It looks really creepy.
How about a mask that, that's original instead of Dr. Doom?
That would be cool too. I just I'm such a fan of these characters that I like collecting masks that are of characters I love. But creating my own character, my own mask, that would be very next level. Yeah, I could try that.
Maybe paint the one you have over, maybe in gold or red, or just paint it black and dry brush it a different color.
No, I'm not. I don't want to look like Jeremy. That
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Actually,
No,
I would start a fundraiser and raise money if you would wear a Revan mask once.
I actually was gonna get a Revan mask. There are some people on Etsy, but they didn't look like big enough for my gigantic head.
Yeah, I got a big head too.
And some of them were really expensive, but there's some really cool Revan masks.
Your head is pretty big.
Yeah. All right.
Etsy's expensive. I don't know how legit they are. You've ordered stuff on Etsy?
Have I?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when I was spending too much money.
Like how often? Because a lot of some of the storefronts look kind of phony to me.
Yeah, some of them are in other countries, and it took a long time to get. And I had some bad experiences also. There was one that I got that I can't even wear because my head's too big. I actually looked at the measurements. It was a Chinese seller, so I made to look at the measurements because my head's so big, and I got it, and it was not the right measurements. And I protested it, and I asked for a refund, and I would ship it back, and I got denied for some reason through PayPal. I use PayPal. Kelly, what do you have? Being bad.
I'm thinking about getting a patrol trooper helmet, just like my avatar.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
Best one is from Russia. These Russian guys who make the full suit of armor. I just want the helmet, but it's pricey. But I don't know how legit it can be. There's some other helmets. They're kind of skinny looking though.
Depends on what you want it for. Are you going to do like cosplay or go to like a con or because some of these helmets, I've also just for a heads up, because I have a lot of experiences, some of those are very uncomfortable to wear for long periods of time. Like not long, but even short periods of time.
Well, you got to put pads.
Yeah, just some you can't even.
I think mostly it's like decoration, and occasionally wearing it or something.
The crossing. PricewaterhouseCoopers, the accounting from the hills. Yeah, they're going to take my call. I think that's where we'll end it. We're over an hour. I really appreciate Josh and Zeno joining me tonight. I'm very happy with, the charity money that we raised. And please keep tuned for more details on, at least if you're going to be a member and you're deciding to leave, that's fine. But I'd say stick around for at least for a little bit longer, because I am going to do the giveaway. And I know people have been members for a long time. And I do want to give away this Evercade handheld at the beginning of the January. I have some other bills to pay. I have to donate this week, the charity money. And then because I don't know where in the world this is going to go, it could potentially cost a lot to ship. Also, after the holidays is going to be cheaper to ship than right now, right before Christmas. And it probably won't get there.
Is that the member? Is that raffle members only?
How it will work is, there's different tiers of memberships. So I'd buy that for $1. You get your name in the pot, one chance. Binge Buddies, I think 4 or 5 chances your name will be in there. And then Sword of Power will be 6 or 7. And then also any super chat or super sticker that you made during the whole charity event will get you your name in one additional time.
Well, I'm saying, that's cool. That's cool. But I want to put my name out of the running because I don't really.
Well, no. So there's some people that said I don't necessarily want that. You'll get the pick. I have Evercade. I have a game. I have a Steelbook, like the Watchmen. So you could pick, or if you want none of them, you could say I'd rather you give this member, and I'll ship it to someone else.
What game? What game? Because I don't have a disk drive in my system.
It's a Switch game, Cruise and Blast.
I don't have a Switch.
I also have Watchmen Steelbook Blu-ray, Toy Story 4, and I think 300 that I could ship to someone. So they get whoever wins gets your pick, and then I'll add more to the prize pot later.
I'll just bow out of the whole thing, mostly because the Evercade, it's a handheld device. I know you can hook up to TV, but it's a handheld, and my eyes are so shitty that I can't see that small.
Oh, the handheld, it has an HDMI you can output to a TV.
I know, but most.
Well, that's the thing, though. If you win, you could say, "Is there another member that wants it?"
Oh, can I pick it? If I won, I can pick anyone to give it to.
Yeah, and I'll ship it.
I'll do that then, if I win.
Yeah. So that's fair. Do what you want with it. I'm not going to say any names here because I don't want to give anyone preference, but I know there's some people that want it.
If I win, I doubt I will. You can all kiss my ass for the partner.
Oh, okay. So Zeno,
if you want it so bad, I want you to wine me and dine me.
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
Okay.
Phone sex,
oh,
perhaps.
thanks, Goldman. You couldn't be less excited for my show. No, I know. He's saying Boba Fett. Oh, Goldman. That's sad to hear.
He's a Boba Fett hater. Of course he would say that.
Oh, man.
I thought Goldman was a real Star Wars fan, but apparently not.
He's skewed towards the
fair weather fan.
He's always said that Boba Fett's overrated. Of course he would do that.
Goldman, you know what, Josh? One of the shows before you do your channel, we need to get Goldman on because I want to hear you two go at it on a topic. But Goldman, what about Qi'Ra coming back or Han? What about those potential things from Boba Fett, sorry.
No, when you mentioned doing a review, when we do the review, let's bring Goldman on.
Okay. Goldman, I'll be in contact. Goldman, would you review it with us? Because you're less excited that I want to get your harsh review. Oh no! Oh. He is showing up towards the end.
He won't do it.
Okay.
He's too chicken.
Oh man,
that's something I hadn't heard in a while.
Goldman, he's calling you out. I don't know. Did the chat stop? It's stopped. Anyone typing?
Colonel Sanders, chicken. I don't know.
All right. Well, thank you, Bradley. We appreciate that.
Bradley has to add his
Barton helmet for 300 would be awesome. Yeah, but it doesn't cover my face much. Okay. Well, Goldman left.
There's 14 people watching.
All right. That's a lot. We should end. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Thank you, my co-host Josh and Zeno. We appreciate you coming on. Restore the Snyderverse.
Yeah, I finally watched that damn movie. Snyder Cut.
Oh, you did?
Batman, whatever it's called. Justice League, yeah. That was
Did you like it?
I loved the hell out of it.
Yes.
That is more than a director's cut, but I need to see the original to compare. But that movie was so awesome. I want more.
Yeah, I do too. And there's possibilities. I'm not going to lead people to have false hope, but there are possibilities. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Look, it's Hollywood and the entertainment industry, and you're talking about IPs and money. If there's an opportunity for money, it's going to happen.
Right.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you, Josh. We'll have Josh on again for the review. And then once he's launching his channel, we have to be here to support him. And I appreciate you all participating in the members' mailbag. And please get your submissions for next week as well. Bye, everyone.